potatoes, beets, parsnips, rutabagas.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm getting pumped for the Roots Fest. It's back. It's that time of year.
Yes, but it's a music and culinary festival, remember?
Why, Jason, why do we never celebrate the Roots festivals?
We'll dig it all up later.
That you're doing on purpose, sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Welcome everybody, later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in. Band
Were
sounds
those
great.
Bongos?
Man, I hope so.
Bro, bringing out the bongos.
just like-
It must be summer.
It is summer, man. Summer
Yeah.
weekends. And we were just talking about, you can have a 3-day weekend anytime you want. Just take that Monday off.
Time, and it's
Take
the
a Friday
summertime's
off.
the best because it's like hot. You don't want to go to work. Take a Monday off. Take a Friday off. Take the week off.
Yeah, that's right.
Call it a weekend. The week
Temps-
that never ends.
Temperatures are heating up here.
Ugh.
How are you coping with that?
I'm not a warm weather guy.
No,
Like
no.
sleeves all year, and you know, like
You're not a sun's out, guns out kind of?
Well, I mean, I don't really
Skies
have
out, thighs out?
guns out. Well, I definitely have thighs.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like the humidities would get you. That's
Oh, it is.
sticky.
I know. Is that what's crinkling your hair up right there?
It just goes boink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's but if you don't like the weather,
Yeah,
come
stick
to
ar-
Arkansas tomorrow or
the
whatever.
truth, man.
Arkansas State Birds the Mosquito. Summertime stuff.
You know, all this talk of summertime, it kind of makes me think about what we're having on the show tonight.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Roots Festival takeover. Remember Roots Fest, man? It's
Yeah,
awesome
we
time.
had like all like yams, potatoes,
all the roots,
carrots,
all the root vegetables.
all the root
That's what we're talking about
vegetables.
all show long.
Oh wait, we're talking the music.
The
one.
Music Fest,
Okay.
man. It's so exciting. So we're talking with Brian Bernice, Embry, Jeremy Gothrop. We've got Marty Shutter on the show. All of them going to be talking to us about their part in the Roots Festival. But not just the festival itself, the programming they have at Roots HQ on the square in downtown Fayetteville. They're doing year-round stuff. It's really awesome. Can't wait to visit.
Yeah, every
with
time I'll
them.
occasionally like make a left turn over there, and I'm like, oh, there's this concert
Right.
in the street.
There's 300
I had
people
to turn
sitting in
around.
here looking at, okay.
Yeah,
yep,
it's awesome.
That's it. Yes, it is totally awesome. And then we got a music video provided to us by them that is shot, filmed at the Roots HQ. And it's kind of a super group. Before I tell you who's in it, do you have any favorite super groups, Bo Counts?
Super groups.
Like mega stars that are all in a band together.
The Gorillas.
Oh, well, yeah,
Like,
that's
who
true.
doesn't like the Gorillas?
That's a good
and
callback.
Great NFTs.
Yeah, great. Well, you would know. You're our NFT guy. So it's Smokey in the Mirror, plus the Honey Dewdrops, plus Joe Purdy, all appearing in this music video
Whoa.
that we have for you tonight. Cigarette Machine, excited about that. And then down there at our chef's table, we've got two of the best-looking bearded gentlemen that I know. We've got Jeremy Garthrop, Marty Shutter joining us down there. Guys, what are we doing down there? I see beer. What are we doing at the chef's table?
Drinking beer.
Drinking
but,
beer.
We're going to talk about Roots Festival culinary programming and how Ozark's been a long-term partner and supporter and just lover.
And how the Traveling Wilburys are my favorite supergroup.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you for your favorite supergroup. I appreciate that. And those beers look like my favorite supergroup. It's kind of a theme.
Hope they brought more.
Oh my, I hope they did too. They're cracking one open right now. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Stick around, all this fun is happening later. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Brian and Bernice Hembry joining us down here at the desk. Thanks
Jason.
for being here. Yeah, good to see
Good
you.
to be here.
for having us.
Man, I'm excited because we're talking about Roots Fest. But before we talk about the Roots Festival, let's talk about Roots HQ.
Sure.
Because I've seen on my thread like so many programming events happening there. Fill us in on what you have going on.
Sure. Well, first off, the Roots HQ is just the home base for our nonprofit organization, right? It's on the southeast corner of the square. We moved in there 4 years ago. We did 52 events between April 2018 and March 2020. Wow. Which was, that was the idea, to have a home base.
Sure.
Where we can do our year-round programming or year-round concerts. And then we closed down for the pandemic. We're not open to the public, but we opened back up at the first of the year, and we've been getting back to it, and it feels good. It's good to, it's a musical life on the square.
Yeah, certainly. And you've got people performing inside the HQ, but you also kind of extend out to the street next to it, right? You got some
We did that
programming coming up?
for COVID. We had to find some outlet of where can we put music?
Yeah.
And looking out on the street, we realized, oh my gosh, we've got this perfect space right here to put a
Yes.
stage, have some tables and chairs. So we used that.
Yeah.
And we're now moving more of that inside just because weather in Arkansas
Weather related.
is
It's been crazy,
unpredictable.
hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's hot,
Yes.
it's cold, it's windy, it's
Yeah,
all
we
the
just
things.
skipped
It's flooding, it's tornadoes, there's sleet all of
Yeah.
a sudden
Yeah.
for no reason. And
Yeah, the one
it's
day when
wild.
we had thunderstorms and then it snowed the next day
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have an inside safe space.
Yes.
So we're doing more inside things, but we are in June having a street, a little mini fest.
What's
It's
the
a concert series.
Yeah, what's happening with that?
So we've got Iris DeMint, Anna Eggy, a great organization out of Nashville called Black Opry. They're sending 4 artists, and then Layla McCalla from New Orleans. And then on Sunday night, really excited, Anais Mitchell and her project, Bonnie Light
Are you
Horseman.
kidding me?
I'm not kidding, not kidding.
I just saw Hades Town.
Yeah,
in
we
New
did
York.
too in February.
Amazing.
Yeah, so the writer, originator, and mastermind behind Hadestown is going to be right there on the street at the Roots HQ.
I'm there,
But it's
man.
not just her. She's tremendous. It's her super group, Bonnie Light Horseman.
Yeah.
It's Eric D. Johnson from the Shins and Fruit Bats
Yeah,
also in the
sure.
band, and then Joshua Kaufman playing guitar.
who's
It's
so
going to be
good.
amazing. So it's going to have that festival feel, but about 400 cap. This kind of urban environment right
Sure.
there by the HQ.
And one of the things, and we can get into the festival now, I feel like, but one of the things that I love about it is that it's ever expanding, right? And maybe for those who don't follow social media closely, it kind of migrates around a little bit, right? Because you were at Pratt Place for a while, you were doing stuff kind of all over, you were on the square, whatever. What does it look like this year?
Sure. So the festival proper in August 25, 26, 27, we're kind of returning back to the downtown core.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have 3 stages that are music stages. That'll be the town center, where the main stage has been for many years in the past. The Roots HQ will be a stage, and then also the event center at the Fayetteville Public Library.
Right, okay.
And then a lot of our out-of-town guests stay at the Graduate Hotel, and so
Right
you
there.
can imagine this kind of 4-block walking radius,
Yeah.
which is really what Roots has always been about. It's like filled the downtown core, and there's people going into other restaurants and bars that are just kind of tangential to it, plus the festival, and it just feels like a special weekend.
Yeah.
So we're returning to that, and we were solely at Pratt Place last year because we could be outdoors, we could be socially distanced,
Sure.
we could do all of that, but we're excited to kind of come back to our roots, so
Yeah,
to speak,
yeah.
and be back in the downtown core and make it walkable, and make it so that when you pop up downtown, even if you're not coming for Roots, you're like, something's happening.
Yes. Yeah. And the culinary stuff too, with
Yeah.
the restaurant
And
takeovers
that's
happening.
a part of it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you really were to look at it as a map in your mind right now, there'll be like 12 different spots across downtown. They're all walkable, within 6 blocks basically, where you can interact and engage. And because that's happening over 3 days, I think it gives that opportunity to, like, one day you come for the culinary, another day you come for the music, and then it's a blend of all of that.
Yeah.
And it's on that weekend that's not a football game.
Right.
Schools just come back into session, and
Yeah.
college students are back, and it just has that vibrant early fall feel.
What are those dates again, just so we know?
August 25, 26, and 27.
That's it.
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday,
Saturday, the last weekend of August,
Yep.
right before you get ready to launch into the academic year,
Yep.
September, right before it feels like things are like, you gotta put on your business suit
You gotta
again.
get back to the library.
Yeah, yes.
The
That's right.
end of Suns Out, Buns Out.
That's it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Guys, thanks so much for joining
Thank
us, filling us in. We appreciate it. As always, I'm looking forward to Roots Fest. I'm looking forward to what you have going on the street concerts and at the HQ as well.
Come on down.
Thanks.
Yeah,
we
that's
are
great
too.
stuff. Stick around. We got more happening later.
Our musical guests brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, a home for Broadway right here in your own backyard.
Something past your house, baby, at the break of day. I thought I saw your silhouette dancing across the shade, and I went down to the mission, called your name, till an angel with a face like yours came down, let me in. I thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on a street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me. I heard soldiers' voices by the city gate. There were junkies lying on the ground, made me look away. And I spilled you on a mirror, I chopped you into lines over some old kitchen sink. I swore I'd let you die. Thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on the street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me. Old radios, broken mirrors, and the dog-eared things I read. Worn-out movie stars, faded limousines, and I battled through my own charades, coffee cups and clowns. I can't keep up with parades. I keep falling down. Thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on the street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me.
Yes, everybody, welcome back. Later with Jason Suel. We're joined by Jeremy Gothrop, Marty Shutter down here at our chef's table. Thanks for being here, gentlemen.
Very welcome.
Marty, You brought some beer, man. What do we have going on? What'd you bring?
I'm just gonna
We
try
brought
it. Let me see.
some staples here. You got
Yeah.
an Ozark Lager. We
Yes.
the IPA.
I love this one.
Ozark IPA. We have a A-frame here, a small batch IPA, and I've got the American Pale Ale.
Yeah.
So
Well,
some
well, cheers,
staples.
Cheers,
guys.
guys.
Good
Cheers,
friends
guys.
to summertime.
Let's have some beers and talk about food
Yeah,
programming.
what's going on with Ozark?
It's been great. Patio's been really very busy. Arkansas is super thirsty, as is Southwest Missouri, and yeah, we just did some real fun collaborations. We did one with a brewery called Toppling Goliath out of Iowa.
Toppling Goliath is great.
Yes, so we just brewed a really nice beer with them, and we got a couple
really
more.
good Kolsch.
Oh man,
That's good to know.
they are top
And,
notch.
and you have a collaboration going on with Roots Festival. We'll get to that in a moment. But Jeremy, I wanted to visit with you real quick about kind of the culinary programming is happening as part of Roots this year.
Yeah.
Fill us in.
For sure. So again, this year we'll have the large format tastings, the grand
Okay.
tasting with Thursday night. We bring in chefs from around the country, plus a bunch of regional chefs. So we have multiple chefs that have James Beard wins this year, nominations, and semifinalists.
I feel like
Yeah.
all of the James Beard stuff is now in Arkansas.
I do too.
It
We talk
feels
about
like
it so
every week
We're
it's
just
like,
so
well,
excited
guess
about
what?
it.
More James Beard right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fayetteville doesn't always get a lot of this. Well, this year it's getting a giant injection, which is fantastic.
Yes.
So we'll have those formats. We're also doing some our Taste and Talk series where we have these chefs in a forum and conversation on stage at the library. And then we'll be doing some takeovers.
Tell me about these takeovers, because
Yeah.
you kind of like teasing this earlier, but like let's get into the nitty gritty.
Very
What's
awesome.
happening, man?
This is not a new concept at food festivals, but it's definitely a new concept here. And what we'll be doing is we'll be taking the 641 deli at the library,
Okay.
and putting some chefs there to like do their concepts open to the public, so they can come there and get some during the
Get some
daytime
chef
program.
food.
Get some chef food
Yeah.
from these concepts that work in a deli, and then we'll be taking over restaurants like Atlas and Arcega's The Mill and the Farmer's Table restaurant and Zuma downtown to put these visiting chefs there so they can get out their tweezers. Do some tweezer food if they need to.
Tweezer food is the best food.
Nice pairings, coursed out dinners, and this will be open to our ticket holders and to the citizens to come and buy this access to this like culinary stage.
Wow, and that's all happening during the Roots Fest.
Yeah, so this will be evening and dinner time programming
Yeah.
across town where you can just get access to these chefs there.
No
in
doubt.
That's awesome.
In air condition.
So and that was the other question is, you know, like in years past, I mean, Jason and I have
Yeah.
run amok at many of the chef things
Right,
at the Roots
but
Festival.
we're usually running around, we're sweating, it's
just,
outside.
You know, and you're like talking to the customer and you lean over and like drip into their food. And
Yeah.
you're like, that's just saline.
Yeah.
And you know, it's
A little salt for your plate.
Now, air conditioning.
Yeah, it's next level. I think this is fun. We pride ourselves on using existing infrastructure, and now we get to use these restaurants in our downtown, the library, and the town center, our HQ. So we are
That's
just
awesome.
not just for the air condition.
Right.
But I won't lie, I'm excited.
Yeah, excited
Well,
about it.
I mean, Roots HQ is right there in the heart of downtown Fayetteville, you know, and you got all these amazing things happening right around the Fayetteville Square. So, I mean, yeah, why not utilize it?
And talking about Roots HQ, you kind of have year-long programming. We were talking with Brian and Bernice about that. There's food options there too, right? Can you-
Yes, I think most of the shows that are happening there will have Ozark beer and Woodstone Pizza by the Slice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Speaking of Ozark beer, can you give us a little bit of a tease of a hint of the collaboration between Roots and Ozark?
Yeah. So it's been like an artistic partnership. It's been a culinary partnership for many years. I mean, you could probably put a lot of descriptors on it. But we do a beer as well each year to help like.
Do you guys
as
like
part
have
of our
competing
sponsorship.
foosball teams? There's like a partnership?
Not yet.
No, it's closer to like it's a wrestle.
Okay.
It's more wrestling, and it's but it,
Greco-Roman.
yeah,
Greco-Roman style wrestling. Perfect.
but then-
That could be the name of this year's beer. I'm just putting it out there. The Greco-Roman.
We have a name.
Which would be, yeah, that'd be good. But they've been really doubling down on this phrase, which we love, and it really resonates with us, and which is natural because we've known each other for so long. But is it okay if I say it? Yeah, Roots AF is
I like that even better.
American Farmhouse, Jason.
Right.
Call
No,
it
I wasn't
American
thinking anything
farmhouse.
different. I wasn't thinking anything different.
No, it's like for us, it's my favorite thing about working with Jeremy's team and a lot of I've worked with Bo in so many different capacities and you as well. When we're doing it like this, we're having a good time and we're bringing our intentions to it, it starts to take on a life of its own, right? So somebody makes a dish they might not have ever made, or someone writes a song they wouldn't have written, or we maybe bring a beer, we tuss a beer into existence that wouldn't have happened without this natural energy. So it takes on a momentum of its own, and you can't buy that, right?
Right.
You can't shop for that. So
Lightning in a bottle by definition. Yeah.
yes, thank you very much. And in this case, it's fermented malt beverage in a can.
Yeah.
No, close enough.
Yes. Well, speaking of that,
But yeah, so it's great to work with them because of that. So.
is it only going to be available during the fest? Will it be something that you roll out and have throughout the year? What's the shelf
Generally-
life of Roots AF?
Generally, the festival. We want to.
Okay.
We want the beer. We want each sale of that beer to be a reminder of not just what's in the can, but who's in the can. The people of Fayetteville.
You got people in the can?
Yes.
It's like a Tales from the Crypt episode. They're like, you're drinking people.
and lightning and lightning
And lightning in a bottle.
No, I mean, we like the sort of short-term nature of it. It catches your eye. It hopefully redirects your eye to the good work that's going on with the Roots
Yes,
Foundation.
certainly.
And then, of course, it'll be a seasonal product anyway,
Yeah.
and designed for big meals, but also be able to have a few.
Crush on the patio with your homies.
I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Guys, thanks so much for filling us in on all the culinary programming. We're going to have information on screen right now about how you can go and get tickets, find out more information about Roots. Go check that out at this website. And stick around, folks. We got more fun. It's happening later.
Cheers.
Yes, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. You can send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave, we got to thank all of our amazing guests, including Brian and Bernice Hembry, for talking about the Roots Fest with us.
And of course, we can't forget Jeremy and Marty.
Absolutely. And then that amazing music video provided to us by our friends at Red Barn Studio. That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, Crocodile.
Thank you.